The next team on our list is the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are a Ben Simmons destination, are good Ben Simmons destination. Feasibility, tough there if the Sixers don't love D'Angelo Russell, who's been just so valuable as connective tissue on offense for Minnesota this year. I will say that. Other names I have listed for them, Pascal Siakam. I don't think Siakam's available, but the Raptors I think they're a risk to do anything because of how aggressive they are. And if they're not like in the mix for a prime spot in the East, I could see them doing something nuclear. Harrison Barnes would be great for Minnesota. And then Myles Turner has been mentioned a ton for them. I think Towns and Turner would not be my favorite fit. And I don't know that Turner's going to help you a ton in some of the rebounding situations that you want the help with. But I would be on board with going that route for them. And look, you know who would also be good for this team? Kenrich Williams.
Maybe Justin Holiday, too.
You could throw him in there if you want.
I really like the idea of Harrison Barnes here, mostly because it seemed like a lot of Minnesota's paths to success were going to hinge on Jared Vanderbilt being useful or McDaniels being useful. And neither of those players has popped to the point that you can't upgrade at that spot. So if you plug in Harrison Barnes, who can be another scoring option, who is a good connective tissue piece because he can contribute across the board, whether as a rebounder, as a secondary passer, as a defender who can guard multiple positions. He does what you need from that power forward spot in between Anthony Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns. I think that you're probably not fully maximizing his value because you just don't need him to be the scorer that he's been with Sacramento. But because he can do so many different things, he is the ideal fit as this team looks to ascend to that next level.
I have another name for them that I'm curious as to what you think about. Larry Nance Jr.
I don't think I'm as excited about him because there are more offensive limitations, but the defensive presence that he would bring would be highly beneficial in a way that is different than the Myles Turner defensive impact because he's going to work better with Towns. I don't love the Turner fit because I'm not sure what you're doing when you have both of the bigs on the floor, and I can get to a better place with Nance and Towns.
I think the Turner Towns would probably have a higher ceiling though, because Turner can cover. Well, I guess Nance has been playing so well. I was going to say
you're also giving up more for Turner though.
That's a fair point. So Nance would be like a nice little mid-end get for them.
I think so, and it feels feasible for him to be gettable.
Yeah, if Portland decides to I don't think that they're going to trade Dame. I would be shocked if they did, but there needs to be like different sort of change ups there. And Nance, I think, is one that they won't move just because they prefer to move a Covington or a Nurkic. I don't know what their value would be. They're just in the final year of their contracts, and Nance is such a team-friendly contract and has played so well for them this year. But again, if they continue to trend in this direction and they decide to shake things up, I thought he would be good for Minnesota.